Today I'm going to show you how to tune your guitar. It's pretty easy. I'll show you how to do standard, drop D, half step, and full step. The way to start out with is to obviously get a tuner. I'm using a Boss chromatic tuner TU12. You can plug it in, or you can just do it. So what you gotta do first, get your guitar. Now you got your guitar, turn your tuner on, and you're gonna start hitting with the E string. Hit the E string so that the note picks up on your tuner. It'll tell you whether it's flat or sharp. Since it's hitting the E string, mine's almost there. So, if the string is flat, you have to tune your tuning key up. So it has an increase in sound. If it's saying that your string is sharp, you have to tune it down so that you can hear it go like that. Once your string is in tune, you should get something that looks like this, with both of the arrows lit up. You could follow that the rest of the way by just tuning according to the string name, so it would be E, A, D, G, B, E. Or what you do is you could put your finger on the 5th fret of the first string. So your E, you'll have your finger down on your 5th. It has to sound exactly this. You strum the E and the A, and they should both sound the same if it's in tune. Continue down, A to D. Continue down, D to G. You can hear that's kind of out, so you just turn it until it sounds like it's in. Now, when you're doing the G to the B, you take your finger from the 5th fret and you start by putting your finger on the 4th fret of the G string, and then continue the same way. And then go back to the 5th fret on the B string for the E. Now that you have that, it's pretty simple. Drop D tuning. You could just get your guitar and tune your E string, your top E string, down. Get your tuner until it matches into a D. Or you hit the E string and you hit the D string, and when they match, you tune the E string down until they match. Now you have drop D tuning. Drop D tuning is useful for not having to do power chords. You'd be able to do bar chords and it would sound. It's the tuning that you would use for Everlong. So it's one of the popular tunings that you can have. Now when you're doing half step tuning, I'm going to start out in standard tuning for you. You're going to need to get a tuner, at least for the first string. What you can do is, with my tuner, up in the corner over here, it has a sharp signal. When you tune your string down, it has to be, let's give for example the E string has to be a D sharp, and then both of the arrows have to be in the middle. So when you tune down, you see it's a D sharp right now. then once you get it to here, that's when you can start doing, either you could do the rest of your chords like your strings like that, or you could do the 5th fret thing. But basically what you want is each string is going to be taken down obviously a half step, so whatever step it's at, it'll go down one, and then you just add the sharp to it. So if it's an E, you're going to tune it down to a D sharp. If it's an A, it's going to be tuned down to a G sharp. If it's a B, tuned down to an A sharp, so on and so forth throughout that whole thing. I personally use half-step tuning for songs that are harder to sing. You can tune it down a half step and you don't have to sing as high. It's basically the same effect as, let's say you have a chord with the A string and the D string right here, 7, 9. You would be playing on 7 and 9, but it would sound like this, which is 8, 6. It's a half step down from where it usually would be. And obviously whole step tuning would just be a step down. An entire step, not a half step. So your E would become a D, your A would become a G, your D would become a C, your B would become an A, your G becomes an F, and your last E becomes a D. That's basic tuning steps. There are a bunch of other things you can do, but those are ones that work easiest for me, so I hope it helps you out. And I'll try and post more instructional videos later. Thanks for watching.